Hey everybody, good afternoon, Constance Arnold. How you doing? Hello, all of my viewers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And I thought I would come on and go live. I know it is in the middle of the day here in the ATL, but I'm going to be talking to you about how you can baby step your way in beast mode to your manifestation. Before I get started, all of you know that I'm the Law of Attraction Radio Network host of the Think, Believe, and Manifest talk show. Got over 600 shows for all of you. Check them out. You can just scroll down. Make sure you tell your friends. If you have a question for me as I'm teaching in the chat, just type it in for me. All right. Okay, everybody, let's get going. Let me look over here and see what's going on with the chat. All right. So, how can you baby step your way in beast mode in order to be successful? So we know beast mode is what? Beast mode is somebody who is aggressively and intensely and consistently going after what they desire. Some people might call LeBron James or Serena Williams or somebody who you may really think is really successful and you connect with them, but they're in beast mode, they're focused, they're intentional. But I want to share with you how can you baby step in that whole beast mode vibration. I just made that up, everybody. And really over time create astounding success. I'm going to give you 7 things. This is going to be really quick. Number 1, you have to acknowledge where you are, whatever your intention and your goal might be. You need to acknowledge and accept this is where I am. No judgment, no blaming, no complaining, just accepting full responsibility. This is where I am. This is what's happening in my life. And I want to learn, Constance, how can I get in beast mode? How can I get in a consistent pattern of taking action toward my goal? So acknowledge and accept. Everybody got that? The second thing is I'm going to give you steps 2, 3, and 4 at one time. Make a decision, show up every day, repeat, and do it again. So the first thing you have to do is make a decision, set an intention about what do you want? What do you want the remainder of this year? It's July the 5th, everybody. And so what are your intentions? How can you begin to consistently, deliberately create what you desire? Some people call me a powerful manifester, but I struggle with it. I didn't have all the answers. And when you see people online, not judging anybody, be a baller, go big. I believe in going big, but I also believe that sometimes you need to take baby steps. The Bible says, do not despise the day of small beginnings. Well, why did Spirit say that? Spirit said that simply because sometimes it takes a while for you to get in a certain vibration. So number 2 is make a decision about what you want to manifest between now and the end of the year. Okay, so let's say if you want to release 20 pounds, you accept that, okay, I gained 20 pounds during pandemic, no judging, just observing, no blaming, no shaming. So you accept that. And then what is one small beast mode baby step that you can take consistently where you can show up and where you can repeat it day after day? You guys know about Atomic Habits with James Clear. I mean, we know that it's those small, consistent baby steps that happen. So let's just say hypothetically, you want to lose weight. So this is where a lot of people really miss it. I know I've coached and trained over 10,000 clients during my career. And this is what I teach my clients. Let's think big, but start small. So if you want to release 20 pounds, hypothetically, your small beast mode habit or baby step might simply be every day. I see I got my measuring cup here. My lipstick is on there too. Every day, I'm going to drink an additional 16 ounces of water. That seems so small. That seems so insignificant. But could it be that as you make that decision, you're in intense beast mode over drinking this 16 additional ounces of water every day? You may or may not be changing anything at this very moment. When you make that decision, show up every day and repeat what's going to happen in your life eventually, and I'm getting ahead of myself, the law of momentum on the inside of you is going to kick in, and you'll be drinking 24 ounces, 42, 48, 64 ounces a day. You see that? Okay, so let's just say you say, Constance, I really want to improve on my morning inspiration. I get up and I get my iPhone out and I'm just looking at all kind of negative stuff. So hypothetically, if you want to, let's just say, read Psalms in the scripture, what is a beast mode baby step? Remember, baby step produces what? Consistency. And it is focus and consistency that accelerates and pulls your manifestation to you. So make a decision. I'm going to read one verse in the Bible. That seems so small. Make a decision, show up every day, repeat. But what's going to happen one day is that you're going to read 2, 3, 4, 5 verses. What are you doing neurologically? What is happening to your brain is that it is in the process of building new neurological pathways so that eventually your default in your brain and in your thinking automatically defaults to you getting up, getting out of the bed, getting out your iPhone, and what? Reading. That's how you begin to develop steps and habits. I can tell where your future is going by what your daily habits are. So instead of feeling overwhelmed, instead of trying to be like everybody else, stop looking at everybody else. You make your own choice about what's my decision, what area do I want to change without blame and shame. Show up every day and repeat. So you put your head down and you focus in on that. And eventually, what will happen is the law of momentum will kick in. Okay, I got a client. She was extremely overweight. Y'all have heard this story before from somewhere because it's a universal law. Remember, we are tapping into success systems. We're tapping into universal laws that govern our success. I told her we're not thinking about food. We're just thinking about what's one beast mode baby step thing you could do. She said, Constance, all I can do is walk from my mailbox to my neighbor's mailbox. I said, let's do that. How often are we going to do that? Once in the morning and once in the evening. That's all she could do. She wasn't judging or blaming or saying, oh my God, that's not enough. Remember how I said that God takes the small things and makes them big. Because what are we looking for? We're looking for consistency. What happened? Y'all already know what happened. She began to go to the third mailbox and the fourth. She didn't change her eating habits initially. She was focusing in on what? Developing one beast mode baby step habit. And in the quantum physics world, all of y'all already know that what happens is this. Everything in the quantum physics world is entangled, it's enmeshed. So you can't have success over here without it impacting other areas. She ended up running the 5K, 10K, half marathon, etc. All right. I did the same thing with my show. We're talking about how to really accelerate and manifest your dream, taking beast mode baby steps. When I first started doing the show 12 years ago, was in an emotionally and psychologically difficult place. I had broken my ankle, had moved into a new place, and couldn't even unpack my boxes. The doctor said to me, Constance, you got to stay in the wheelchair for 4 months. I'm like, 4 months? The one thing that I did with such a spirit of excellence, I couldn't put any weight on my foot. I would drag myself down the steps and I would do my show once a week. Now, after the show, I was still depressed and sad and wondering what was going on in my life. And that's why I always say I believe that God used my show to pull me out and really to save me, because that was the one thing that I could do. What is the one thing that you can do, that you can make a decision about, and where you can begin to show up for yourself? Many of you have been showing up for other folk. You're showing up for your company, for other people's dreams. What about you? It all begins with a small baby step. Um, Everybody is talking about atomic habits, and I've interviewed a lot of people in the area of just taking a small baby step. And he started off with one push-up. How can anything happen in your life with just one push-up? We know that even with the law of attraction, they say that when you begin to think one thought for 16 seconds and hold it with feeling and emotion, hypothetically, I am abundant. I am abundant for 17 seconds, excuse me, then more like abundance thoughts, abundance things, abundance experiences begin to come into your life. 17 seconds seems so small, but what if you intentionally said, for the next 5 minutes, you got at your iPhone and you said, or your Android, and you said, okay, I'm going to meditate or think about, I am abundant with feeling and believing for 17 seconds, and then another 17 seconds, and then another. So cumulatively over time, that puts you in the vibration of what you want. So if you're just coming on or you're looking at the replay, we're talking about how can you get in beast mode in one small area and begin to baby step it. So you acknowledge and accept where you are, you make a decision, you show up and you repeat. What are you doing? You're changing habits neurologically. The neuroscientists that I've interviewed say that actually it takes more than 21 days. I'm not a scientist, I'm just telling you what they've said. That it takes 21 times 3. 21 times 3 times, I think that's 63, that new neurological pathways begin to develop in your mind, and your body says, Henry wants to drink more water. So you become aligned with that. Or Janice wants to do her morning discipline. You become aligned with that. It becomes a habit. But how did it start? It started with a small uh, beast mode baby step habit. And then the momentum will kick in. We know about the law of momentum, kind of like the example that I shared about my client who was running. And then lastly, you got to remember that when you begin to move, I put on Instagram this morning, you are connecting. You're one with all there is. You're one with all of the wisdom, all of the power, all of the strength, all of the courage. You're one with all of that. That's what you're connected to. I love what Dr. Wayne Dyer used to say. The greatest lie is that you're separate from God. And so when you begin to live in, vibrate in, I'm one with all there is. I'm one with the power that created the solar system. Wow, I can do, be, and have anything. But you develop consistency by starting small. Everything that I've ever done, I started small. I never knew when I was doing that one radio show a week that I would touch millions. I didn't even know anything about demographics or anything like that. So could it be that once you make a decision that you're going to be in beast mode with this one beast mode baby step action that over time would really produce consistency in your life? What can you have? I was working with, you guys know that I coach people on on 6 continents. The only place that I don't coach is Antarctica. I don't know how many people even live there. I'm a professional counselor. So I always say when you get me, you're getting a professional counselor with 25 years experience plus a certified coach. So that means that if you coach with me, I'm going to deal with any limiting belief, any stuff, any vibration that's holding you back, and then strategically, coaching moves you from where you are to where you desire to be, give you strategies, tools, and how to's to move forward. But anyway, this guy was, he had owned $1 million business and he had lost it and all of that, went through a divorce, and he was upset and mad. And so I said, where can we start? What one thing? He was just overwhelmed with debt and with credit people calling him. I'm like, what's the one thing that you can begin to do business? I said, okay, all I can do is I can start walking. Says my internet is unstable. I hope you guys can still hear me. He said, I can just walk for 1 mile. So he just started walking. And then I'm like, he was like, how is walking going to help me? I said, just keep walking. Because many times when you walk in silence, that's when the spirit can download to you. So it was in his 1 mile walk that he received a download of how he could begin to reinvent himself. We didn't take action. He just kept walking. Then it was 1.5 miles, and then it was 2 miles. So it was doing his walk, and that was the only thing he said psychologically and emotionally that he could even commit to. So it was in his 1 mile walking that he received that download. Long story short, we started off with just doing one thing. We got a vision. See, some of y'all trying to do everything at one time, and sometimes you might just need to hold back. I say you need to become pregnant with your vision. A woman who is pregnant, not that I've ever been pregnant, but a woman who is pregnant, she's incubating. She is meditating on, she is embracing. Nothing is showing visibly. Her stomach gets bigger, but initially nobody even knows that she's pregnant. So some of y'all need to get pregnant with your business. You need to get pregnant with the thought of manifesting your dream. So what does that look like? To me, it looks like sitting in stillness. It looks like the spirit downloading different things to you. So this guy, in his running, long story short, multi-millionaire again. And so it's not always about money, but my question to you is, what do you desire? The Bible says that God would give you the desires of your heart. So if you have a desire, I believe really that the Spirit is the one who put that desire on the inside of you. So if the Spirit put it on the inside of you and you're one with all there is, actually that empowering presence is on the inside of you, so you can manifest that dream or that desire. So I'm on here today just to say that try this really, I feel, powerful tool of getting in beast mode around one small thing. Everything I've ever done, building my business, building my clientele, everything I've ever manifested, every house I've ever lived in. Like I said, I think that one thing that I might do a little differently is I sit with my dream. I meditate with my dream. As a matter of fact, I don't see my book, but every morning, most mornings, I'll get up and I'll just read, okay, this is it. And so it is the beginning of July. Get clear about what you desire, everybody. Write it down, meditate on it, and then begin to beast mode, baby step it. All right, everybody. I cannot see your comments, and I don't know why, but I will figure this part out. But everybody, thank you so much for coming with me live. Tell your friends about it. And look, I have an upcoming mastermind this Saturday for 6 weeks. And the whole vibration is bring me your one big dream And in 6 weeks, I'm going to get you in the vibration of it or to manifest it. All right. You have to enroll and complete the application because I want to make sure we all in the same vibration. Only 20 people, fulfillingyourpurpose.com. And I'm going to figure out why I couldn't see any of your comments, but it's all good. It's a beautiful day here in the ATL. I'm getting ready to hit the gym. And remember, everybody, you're one with all there is. Have a great day.